Good evening. Hello, hello. One. Right. Sorry for the hiccup at the beginning. Yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't get it connecting to YouTube as well. So as most of you know, I'm dual streaming, and it just would not connect to the right announcement on YouTube. And so then people don't find the right stream. But thanks for patience, and here we go. Welcome everyone. Back again, and yeah, I hope you're all doing well. And today we're not in the A350, no, we're back in the 737. Pilot 19, hello. Alpha, hello to you. And Sean, hello. Sean, you're going to have a thunderstorm on Wednesday. So what's the weather forecast saying that you're going to have a thunderstorm? Jay, hello to you. And Ghost, hello to you as well. Right, yeah, back in the good old 737. Yeah, I was looking forward to a nice conventional aircraft again. It's not that I don't like the A350, but you know, maybe some of you have the same feeling that the A350 was just showcased enough now for a while. I mean, we're surely going to fly it again at some point, preferably once they get some of these bigger issues ironed out. But until then, we've got other lovely aircraft to fly, haven't we? So we'll take the 737 here. Do I have an iFly? No, I think it's just leave it at, hang on, 737 should be fine. I know it says PMDG, but doesn't matter. Same thing. Right. Cool. Slightly less good. Okay. Right. And another quick disclaimer. So as you know, I do regular fasts. So 2 to 3 times a year I do fasts. And I actually am on another fast at the moment, day 3 for me. So it's just water, tea, water, and nothing else. So if I do seem somewhat, I don't know, like as if I'm not concentrating enough, it is yeah, it's because of that. No, I can't eat. No, this is complete no food, nothing, no eating. You know, anywhere between 5 to 7 days. So normally what I do is I do aim for 7 days, but if I feel after 5 days that I'm starting to really have some issues, then I might cut it short, but we'll see. All you can have is cold turkey? No, nothing at all. John says in June is hurricane season. It's going to start up again. Okay, nice.
Hello, Black
Hey,
Box.
Brennelt, wie geht's? Servus. Yeah, and again, guys, for the schedule today, we are going to do the flight here from Barcelona to Vigo, and Vigo also always has very interesting approaches. So if you want to join, I'm going to be here on VATSIM. I'm already logged in. And the second flight is going to be in the Phoenix 319, and we're continuing on the Ecuador tour. And we have a very interesting flight from Quito to, oh, what's the name again? Mike Charlie. Sierra Echo Mike Charlie. And let me just check. It's called Macas. Macas. Oh, what? Huh? In the overlay? Oh, you're right. Ah. Hang on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. No, that's the wrong flight plan. Good catch. Who was that? That was... Oh, I spoiled it now. Spoiler alert. No, I didn't. No, initially. So the thing is this, guys. Initially, I did plan to fly to Santiago. However, there is no proper scenery for Santiago. So so let's do that quickly. Let's quickly refile the flight plan here. which means I'm going to have to log off in a second for a few seconds. So there we go. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't take that earlier on. That's really weird. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, my fast is obviously causing some issues. At least that's a good excuse, right? Hey, Brad Van Heddo. Cannon Plug, nice to see you. How are you? And Prophet, am I still using well, no, at the moment I'm not. The thing is, so I think the overlay is working better for me here in Volanta. It's not, I totally dislike SimToolkit Pro. The problem is SimToolkit Pro uses FSU or PC as a connection, I think. And so the thing is that the overlay is having issues in SimToolkit Pro. And if you remember, guys, a lot of people were telling me, hey, so now the overlay should be correct. Hey, you know, you're not having any data on your overlay there. So that's why I decided to switch to Volanta. Yeah. Fasting can't be healthy. Well, Brenold, honestly, I wouldn't be doing it. This is like my 10th fast, and I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't see the advantages. So I am feeling a lot healthier, a lot better by doing these fasts. Hey, Blackbox getting ready for Stroopwafel. I have to check what Stroopwafel is, Nate. Guys, before I forget, in the Discord channel that I made regarding meeting up in Lelystad in the Flight Sim weekend, I am planning to have a dinner, and I found a nice restaurant. So with typical kind of you know, kind of food for everyone. So there's two options, maybe either in Italian or it's called Lunchroom Le Passage. And it does have some burgers, but I have to see. And then I would like to know. Oh, okay. So these are Stroopwafels. Yeah, I do know these. Yeah, they're nice. Yeah, or we can go through McDrive. That's cool. Sorry, Sean. Hang on, Sean. I did read a couple messages. Hang on. So the names of the hurricanes will be this year: Andrea, Barry, Chantal, Dexter, Fernand, Gabriel, Humberto, Imelda. Yeah, thanks. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, Volanta is free. Well, I think there is something. There's a subscription plan as well, but I think the basics are free. And let me just connect real quickly. Right, so the flight plan is filed. So that should be good now. Yes, Saturday and Sunday, Thomas. Yes, I'll be arriving Saturday around 2 o'clock in the afternoon at the airfield or at the event, and leaving. I'll be leaving latest Sunday around 5 in the afternoon, latest. So because I have a 4-hour drive back home. We can all go to Yoda's place. Yeah, Yoda lives in a castle, so yeah, I just need the invitation from Yoda. Yoda asked me if I was going to drive, if I was going to cycle there. I said, well, if I start cycling today, I may get there in time, right? Hang on, why is my number 2 button not working? Hold on, hang on. 3, hold on. Why is my number 2 button not working here? The thing is, so here's the fun facts. I mean, Yoda said he's going to join a 300-kilometer bike ride starting in Lelystad. And so the thing is, Oh, that's because of that. The thing is that he has to, you have to complete it in 11 hours, I think you said. So it has to be completed in 11 hours. And yeah, and that's 300 kilometers. Now, honestly, I think if I went not via the motorway or something, if I went direct, you know, over the over the villages, then maybe it would be like 300 kilometers or something. But like I said, I would take ages and ages and ages to get there. Yeah, okay, well, I mean, yeah, sure. If I tie a German Shepherd dog behind behind the bike. In case you're new here or relatively new here and you haven't heard my story yet, so a couple of years ago I was cycling because I do like cycling, but I only have like a trekking bike. I don't have a racing bike. But what I aim for is about an hour 15 to hour 30 time of for riding and trying to keep a fast pace. So anywhere between 25 to 30 kilometers an hour. And on one day I was just cycling in the countryside. And there was a woman with a German Shepherd dog. And so as I was about 50 meters away from her, and she had her back towards me, so she couldn't see me approach her. So I decided to ring the bell, right? And so she and the dog turned around, and she kind of panically gripped the dog, right? And I thought, uh-oh. So I was already trying to go faster. I was like, 35 kilometers an hour. And I had tailwind at that time, luckily. And so I got past him. I greeted, hello. And then the next thing I hear was those scratches of nails of the dog on the tarmac. I could hear him growling. It was just out of a really bad horror movie. It really was. And boy, that got me motivated. So I pressed into the pedal so hard, I pulled both hamstrings by doing so. So I had tremendous pain. Nevertheless, I just thought, okay, I'm cycling for my life here, right? This dog is here not to play, okay? So yeah, the dog was not a fan of my streams for sure. So yeah, so I really increase the speed. I got up, now it's recorded, so I have an app that records the speed. I recorded 53 or 54 kilometers an hour on a trekking bike, right? All right, it was with tailwind a little bit, downhill, but it was still fast. So, and I turned back 1 second and I saw the dog at about 4 or 5 meters behind me, and he just didn't close anymore, but I just couldn't gain on him. So I was actually panicking at that point. Yeah, no, it was just, yeah. I mean, I was panicking. No joke. I was panicking because the reason is, now I love dogs. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I know. Brennel, that's a good point, right? So. Hang on, let me just get the ground power. I can hear the warning horn there. Yeah, so I love dogs. However, I went jogging like 10 years ago. It's a bit longer ago than when I was cycling. I was jogging, and someone else from our village, he had a shepherd dog, and that dog was he was a lunatic. He was absolutely. He was bonkers. He just, yeah, he I don't know. He was such a weird dog. And then, so he had him on his leash. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. So he had him next to him, like, saying Fuß, right? Like German, like command to dog, saying, stay, at my side. And I jogged past, and just prior to reaching that person with the dog, I made the mistake. I looked at the dog, and the dog just jumped at me, and he bit me at the side, left side, and he caught my jogging shorts, and he actually ripped the shorts, and I had a bruise on my hip. from that attack. And that really had me scared of shepherd dogs. I'm not going to lie. That really, that put a mark in my ego. So, hey, Bob, how are you doing? Nice to see you, Bob. I hope you're doing well. And so ever since I took on pepper spray when I was jogging, so I always had pepper spray with me. And Brennald was saying, you know, the typical quote of someone has a dog, when the dog doesn't listen and starts to jump at you or starts to charge you. Oh, don't worry, he only wants to play. Right? Yeah, right. Tell that to the dog. Right? So, yeah, so that's why my apprehension regarding shepherd dogs, you know, came from. And then so I was on the bike. I was
yeah, right.
I was panicking. I really was. So on that bike. And so luckily at some point I thought, hang on, if he's not gaining and he is full sprint, I've heard somewhere that shepherd dogs can't sprint for very long. Hey, hello, shalom. And so that was exactly what happened. So another like 50, 100 meters, he just let off because he couldn't run anymore. So yeah, but I had pulled hamstrings from that for like I don't know, a week or so. So that was pretty bad. Yeah, so that's the short story. Somebody's asking regarding the Brunner. I do have the Brunner yoke. So right now I'm actually using it today, the Brunner yoke, force feedback. Really like it. And someone's asking, yes, I do. So the current profile that I'm using is it's actually not my own, because I found one which is more reliable, and I think that's from the manufacturer. There was a profile. Let me just have a look here. How do I find it now? Hang on. I can tell you which one I'm using. Where's my Brunner yoke? Yeah, there it is. So, I am using the so it's called a PMDG 737-800 by Stefan Brunner. That's the one I'm using. And the thing is that it has a lovely kind of, you know, a strong feedback. So it really feels like, yeah, you know, really kind of steady, and that brings back memories to when I was flying the 737. Are you going to stream from the event, Vova asks. I will have a look. I'll see how... that doesn't work yet because we have got hydraulic on. I'll see how good the internet is there. But usually, Yoda, internet in Netherlands is good, right? Ghost, it depends on the simulator. So I think on X-Plane, for example, I did get it to mirror the autopilot movement. I will have to check if it works here in Microsoft. I think I know for sure. I know for sure that I had it working on the Flight Factor 777, and that's where it was mirroring the autopilot or the flight sim movements of the yoke with my Brunner yoke. Yeah. Hey Jehu. Glenn Bosch, I was about to say it's bonjour. Hey, how are you? Good evening. Moin, moin. Internet should be perfect. Nice. Yeah, EFS weekend, guys. Yeah, 15th, 16th of March, and I just learned that Tail West, someone you know here as well, real world A320 instructor captain, he is actually in Amsterdam during that time, so he may be visiting as well. So that's why I thought it might be a good idea. Black box face reveal. It may be a good idea to book a restaurant. Oh yeah, that is a fast dog. Yeah, Brennald. Yeah, but that's a shepherd dog, isn't it? That's a what do you call it? Yeah, but they are even faster. The Border Collie, yeah, Border Collie, but these are even faster. Yeah, they are crazy fast. Yeah. Yeah, lovely dogs. Hey, Ted Barker, hello, hello. How are you? Right, so just going through the overhead panel, we leave the fuel pumps off for now. Your damper will not work for now because the hydraulic, I think it's because of the hydraulics not being on. We have the cabin utility IFE on. We're going to put the seatbelt signs on. Window heat is on. Probe heat remains off. Oh, that's in auto. Those will go on anyways with engine start, I think. Engine anti-ice. Got a forward entry door open. And I think today, well, it's probably resets after I do the init. Right, so let's have a look. Initialize flight. Now I'm in the iFly. So now I have to have a look. How do I get the data in here again? Menu. That doesn't work yet, does it? No. So FMC, route, flight plan request. Hey, Airbus broker, how are you? And there we go. Load flight plan. Let's hope it says Vigo there. Lima Echo Victor. Yes, it does. Fantastic. That worked. Brilliant. Branold, it's on the 15th, 16th of March. And it's near Amsterdam. Dirkster, no. So here it actually works. So, you know, if you entered your SimBrief profile, yeah, the SimBrief ID, then it should work. Now let me have a look here. Let's do weight and balance. So, let's go with fuel first. So the fuel, I can show the flight plan here real quickly. So we've got 1 hour 34 flight time, and we have 62 tons zero fuel weight, and the fuel is supposed to be 6.2 plus 200 taxi, maybe 300 taxi, 6.5 I think will be good value for block fuel. The weather today is, Madrid's got some thunderstorms in the forecast, okay. Barcelona, it says thunderstorms as well, yeah. Embedded thunderstorms, that's interesting. Doesn't show anything on the map here. So Vigo is estimating 070 at 4. We have few 5,200, no SIG, and then later we may get a bit of rain. Prop 30 though. Okay, that's interesting. The alternate Rosalia de Castro, and I think that's Santiago, isn't it? That's Cabo K at the moment. And a little bit later, misty, but otherwise good forecast. And tomorrow morning, foggy. Okay, but today all should be good. So that's fine. Normally, hang on, where's my, how do I get weather radar showing here? Weather, there we go. Found it. Excellent, excellent. All right, ooh, ooh. Ay. Okay, so there's definitely some weather there. I mean, yeah, we'll have a look. We're going, our routing goes right through that. Who knows, we may have to go around that. Ducky, the experimental on the FS Labs control center, so the little software you have to do the updates. When you go to your settings, where you put your username in there, and once you've logged on there, you can select stable and or the latest version, or you can also select the experimental version there. The routing, sorry, no, the route, that depends on Sim Toolkit Pro, but since that is not running, but I can tell you the routing here. Let me just post that. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, that's the routing for today. Nice. So let's do total fuel. Hang on, let's put that here. So we got, what is 6.5? So 3,250. 3,250. 3,250. Total will then be 6,500. Taxi out should be 300. And the planned trip fuel, according to the flight plan, is 3.5. So 3,500. Right. Set the fuel. Done. Yeah, done. Yes, Ducky, I think by channel. Yeah, it says channel. So where you log in. Yeah, channel, exactly, Ducky. Yeah, that's the one. That should be. So passengers, let's have a look. Let's go with 170. Let's see how that gives us your fuel. Wait, look at that, 60.1. Perfect. Actually, it should be 62.1. So we're going to add a ton of cargo as well. And then we should be done. Set payload. Yeah, 62.1, exactly as we should have on the OFP. Fantastic. Yeah, Ducky, pleasure. Cool. Oh yeah, one more thing to do though. Keep forgetting there's some more other panels up here. We can put this to nav. We can do the light test for the leading edge devices. Then that is good. Flight recorder still off. Overspeed warning, stall warning. That worked as it should. We've got trim air on, recirculation fans on. I did file 350, by the way, with ATC. So we're going to plan for 350. That is automatic. Let's put the position light on. And that's the overhead panel done. Let's have a look here at the pedestal. We'll do that in a minute. So initially we're going to be on Unicom. So that is fine. Floodlight. Actually, it's daytime. So yeah, I got some feedback saying that we should be trying to go on daytime for once, because we've done a lot of night flights lately. So, oh yeah, guys, this, by the way, so if you're wondering why your strobe lights are flashing on VATSIM, there's two settings on the overhead panel. The one is auto for the strobe lights, and the other one is on. If you put that to auto, as would be normal procedure, then that already starts flashing the strobe lights on VATSIM. So, so someone's watching my stream. Who's this? Speak up. Who's flying along? Ghost, is that you? Ah, Ghost. Okay, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. Right. So that's a little bug, unfortunately, in VATSIM. Cool. How do I like the A350? I like it. However, there is still some real big issues with the WASM disconnects. So I mean, there was an update, but I mean, I was lucky because after the update, I actually had a good flight here on stream. The thing is, though, I heard in the community that there's a lot of people that still had issues. So. So I don't know. I do hope they get that fixed. Well, really? Your Phoenix has strobes when cold and dark. That's really strange. Yeah, okay, but okay, well, I mean, but it's still a limitation, isn't it? I mean, yeah, so they are limiting the info so the strobe light positions to on or off, right? So yeah. Let's have a look here. Descent forecast. Why didn't it load any winds? I noticed that the last time. All right, let's put an average cruise wind in then. So we have planned level 350. And then we've got a wind up there on average 240 at, let's put 240 at 30. That should be good to estimate. And temperature up there should be around about -54 or something. Cool. Reserve fuel. So where do we get reserve fuel? You just add final reserve or extra. Those, so the final reserve and auto fuel together. So that's about 1.7. Or you just look at your destination. It'll say the same value there, 1.7 tons. So 1.7 is what we're going to put in here. Dankeschön, Ducky. Hey, cool. Organ Aviator, I'm at stand 260. Performance in it. So in it, what? Index performance. Yeah, the cruise wind. I mean, but normally you would get some wind info here. I mean, here it shows yeah, here at least, right? So under the route data, you would get wind data here, right? So let me try that again.
The traffic Singapore 37 departing off runway 06 left.
Cruise wind uplink ready? Ah, okay. Load. Ah, maybe I was on the wrong page then. Execute. No, there's no wind data. Yeah, but there's no wind data there. Yep. Yep. It's in. Uh, 767. Is a 767 available for Microsoft or in development? 757, okay. Marvin, no. So the thing is, they do simulate the inertia a bit that way, Marvin. So a heavy aircraft will feel heavier. So even with the fly-by-wire system, there is a different feel to it. I mean, you get the roll rate, right? So it will roll at a certain rate because the way the flight control surfaces are designed, you will achieve a certain roll rate, so degree per second. However, nonetheless, any kind of outside influence of the wind, etc., so the weight of the aircraft has a tremendous effect on the feel of the aircraft. So it does feel more sluggish. Yes, it's something, Marvin. It's just something you're not used to because most add-ons do not simulate that. And I've been calling out on that so many times. And so it's nice to see an aircraft that actually does simulate that to a certain extent. So I'm very happy to see that. If you enter your so if I do, you mean like all the data? So I have to put in what? The zero fuel width as well. So 62.1. Execute.
Barcelona traffic easy 1728 departing runway 06 left.
Bob, thank you so much. And someone else. Okay, so to remember, guys, you have to fill out everything first before you can actually then download and insert the route data, so the wind data. Excellent. Thank you much. Yeah, Fritz, that was my fault. So Fritz, my bad. Yeah, I just didn't know that you have to insert all of the weight data first. The A350 from Inibuilds, Jehu. It's a bug. So B Production says, thanks so much for the info, B. You need to complete the perf page first. It's a bug. Exactly. So that's the thing, right? Altitude and zero fuel weight should be the only requirement in the real unit. And for the iFly, all boxes have to be filled. Okay, thanks. Thanks so much for the background info. Very nice. Good. Let me just check the weather one more time here in Barcelona. Barcelona. So, Barcelona. Caramba. So we have 050. So it's going to be 06 for departure. 06. But it will be 6 right, won't it? Yeah, 6 right is going to be departure then. So departure 6 right. And we're taking the low bar to alpha departure. Low bar. No, huh? Oh yeah, for Romeo, disregard. For Romeo it is. Then we got departure to low bar. Then it's the routing. November 725 Domingo. November 976 is Zulu Mike of Romeo. November 733 Desat. And then, oh, hang on. I need to get my iPad. Hold on. Now I have to unbuckle first out of my seat here. There you go.
Barcelona traffic easy 1728 climbing flight level 300.
Back again. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Right, so let's have a look. So we can go Navigraph. Let's do AirPlay. So much technology here. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right. So you should now be seeing... Yeah, you do. Right, cool. Let's unload that first, though. And then we go import flight from SimBrief. There we go. Well, isn't that like the normal Boeing standard EFB? Yeah, it's not the best, is it? So let's have a look here. SID. We don't want that. We want the 4 Romeo departure. Low bar. How can he develop so many SIDs, for crying out loud? This is getting silly. Thank God for a search function. Low bar. And even if you do low bar, look at the amount of departure routes just with low bar in it. There we are. Finally found it. Blimey. Cool. Here we go. So, that's our departure route. Low bar for Romeo. Waypoints. We check the waypoints real quickly. So we've got 500 feet, then an early right turn, Bravo Lima 700, 707, 205 knots below, 4,000 feet above, correct. And then we got 707, 6,000 feet above, correct. Then we've got 708, level 100 above, correct. Then we've got 713, no restrictions there. 714, 160 above, and then low bar also 160 above. And the initial climb, it says 6,000 feet. Oh, ground is online? Wow, okay, well, that's lucky, right? That's lucky. VIP service here. I appreciate that very much. Thank you much, Alpha, for the heads up on that. Hey, air traffic control services. Oh, you were the Lufthansa 9576. That was, you were behind me in the approach, right? And I think you had to slow down. Very important pilot. Yeah, exactly, Hilo. VIP means very important pilot. I agree. Excellent. Yeah, it was great fun. Yeah, I always love flying to to Frankfurt. What, your game crashed? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh no. Hope you can quickly restart everything. Don't you hate that when the game crashes? All right. So we got that in. Yeah. Now oh yeah. And the thing is, I was going to look at the approaches in Vigo with you. So let's have a look. What do we have for options there? So Vigo approaches. We have. It's going to be a runway 01 because we got easterly set up with the wind. So it's an RMP approach. So it's this one here, but I think I remember there was a fun approach somewhere, a short approach. This one here, right? Yeah, we'll try this one. Via Oborti, it says. Yeah, we're going to try that. Hey, Sphinx, missed the A350 streams. Do you find it overpowered? And not really, no. Not really. I mean, I never flew it really heavy. So the weight regimes that I flew it at actually felt pretty good, pretty realistic in my opinion. But again, I'm not a rated A350 pilot, so take my word with a grain of salt on that. Let me just add the checklist here. Normal. And then we'll take that as well. Pins. Barcelona. Wonderful. Cool. Okay, Orc 54 Echo Papa, nice. And where are you, Organ? Let me just try and find you here. What? Oh yeah, Ghost crashed. So is that you then here? 319, is that correct? So let's have a look. So we're going to go arrive via Barco, and then so the Barco arrival start. Yeah, so the Barco arrival actually gets us to Oborti, which is very convenient. So that's the to Quebec. So let's go departure arrival. And then we're going to go to arrival here. We're going to do the RMP. Which one did I say now? RNP X-ray. So let's have a look here. X-ray 01. There it is. And it's the Barco to Quebec, we just said, right? Yeah, Barco to Quebec. And the transition is Oborti. Let's execute that and let's have a look. Does that make sense? Let's go to plan mode here. Oops. And let's step through the plan. Yeah, Oborti. And then we will do the approach, nice short approach onto the runway. That should be nice. Excellent. Mileage 563, and on the flight plan we have 600 miles. May have to do with the departure routes and the arrival routes. So that's fine. Init page filled out. We've got the routing. Now for our departure route. Let's have a look. Well, it's an RNF departure. There's no need for any VURs. However, now we are obviously... Well, we don't have auto-tune here, so we might as well just tune something there. Barcelona, 16.7. So let's do something here. 16.7. Transfer that. And then we'll have that on. Let's put this back to map mode. Yeah, Barcelona. Let's put the heading. Okay, cool. Ghost, yeah, fantastic. Thanks for not giving up. So that should be 064. And Aaron, hello to you. How are you? Kinich 1021, roger that. We'll check that in a minute. Oops, let's put the flight directors on. VSD on. Anything else? So we got that performance in as well. Okay, one more thing to do though is the takeoff performance. Unfortunately, we know that it doesn't have a performance calculator here in the sim, so we have to use the sim brief one. But that should not be a problem. So runway 6 right, and we're going to do optimum flap setting, optimum thrust bleed setting, automatic, anti-ice automatic. Well, actually, it's warm enough here, isn't it? The ATIS says it's currently 13 degrees. Yeah, that's fine. So we can leave anti-ice off. Hey, it does? Hang on. What? It does have a performance calculator? Really? Huh? Am I... Oh, it does. You're right. Lol. Okay, forget everything I said. Valet, thanks for the info. Don't listen to me today, guys. I don't know. Right. There we go. Let's do 6 right. Yeah, I fly so many add-ons. I get confused sometimes. So the wind is 050 at 17. So let's just put 10 knots. That's fine. 10 knots. The temperature was 13. And the QNH is 1021. JD, hello to you. How are you? 1021, 68.3 sounds good. CG 23. We'll do, let's do takeoff 1. Let's do flaps 5. Air conditioning on, anti-ice off. So here we get those values. Now, if we do that on SimBrief, just out of curiosity, improved climb disabled, what does SimBrief give us? So SimBrief gives us a flap 5 takeoff, selected temperature 49. So here we've got 36. With TO1, so the same TO, so TO1, same D rate. However, here in SimBrief, it gives us 49. And we're going to go with 36 though. Speeds 40, 40, 47. That looks pretty accurate as well. So that adds up nicely. We'll do that. Yeah, so let's have a look here. So we've got TO1, 36. Climb 1 is fine. Flaps 5. Trim, 40, 41, 49. We have to click on those so the numbers get big. RMP X-ray Ghost. So there we set 6,000 initially. Heading is set. And then we can contact ground 121705. And as always, guys, let me know if the sound is too loud or too quiet with ATC. Let me just get my pen and paper out so I can scribble the clearance. Is the battery empty? Yeah, it is. Ah, darn. Lol. Okay, perfect timing. Now my pencil, my iPad pencil isn't working, doesn't have any more power. Test. Push to talk, set, apply. Delivery, good evening from Europa 711, requesting clearance to Vigo, please. Information Alpha.
Europa 711, hello, you're clear to destination via Global 4 Romeo departures, runway 06 right, interclimb 6000 and to squawk 6201.
Europa 711 is cleared to Vigo via the Loba 4 Romeo departure 6 right and initial climb 6000 to squawk 6021. Europa 711.
Can you confirm squawk 6201?
Okay, so 6201 is now on the box. Thank you much, Europa 711.
Europa 711, LEVX is correct.
See, that's why you usually have pen and paper ready. Cool. All right. So as expected, Loba 4 Romeo 6 right. So we've done all the right calculations and the right setups. The APU is going to be started now.
Alpine 82 Mike, hello. You're clear to destination via Loba 4 Romeo departures, runway 06 right, interclimb 6000 and to squawk 6215. Alpine 82 Mike, LEVX is correct.
Yeah, Barcelona, good question.
17 Kilo Charlie, request push and start stand to
the thing is
information Alpha.
that
Welling 17 Kilo Charlie, hello, push start.
the thing is that IRL, you very often get the clearances via paper these days, so or via CPDLC. So the only clearances we really kind of had to remember, well, memorize, is the taxi clearances. Right. Anything else? Any reclearance later? Yeah, normally you get these days per paper anyways.
Europa 711, Barcelona.
Europa 711, go ahead.
Europa 711, the maximum flight level that you can fly at is flight level 330. Do you want 330 or 310?
Ah, okay, so that's why SimBrief gave me 3-1. Requesting 330, please, then Europa 711.
Europa 711, the 330 is set for you.
Thank you so much. So 330 is the max level going within Spain there towards Vigo. I was wondering why SimBrief gave me such a low flight level initially, but there's the answer. Cool. Anything else? Let's have a look at the sector altitude. So currently sector around Barcelona is 6,400, and we do get high terrain towards the north. So that's why you have these minimum altitudes to cross, but performance-wise, that should not be an issue at all today. We're not that heavy. No, so Ghost, the thing is, you know, like there is a general rule, yes, east-west, you know, westbound tracks would have an even flight level, while eastbound tracks get an odd flight level. However, there are airways which specifically only allow you to go into certain flight levels. So it's not unusual to actually have some odd flight levels going westbound. So we have the hydraulic clearance. We've got the electrics on. 330 is fine then. Oh, you filed 360? Okay, well, he may get back to you then in a minute. Hold on. Menu, ident. No, not ident. System. Sim menu. That is just one of the, yeah, I think that was the referral regarding the EFB, right? Yeah, that EFB is terrible. So to find the ground support, absolutely crazy. And then set. Yeah, I agree. That is really, really weird. Terminal charts. Oh, hang on. You also had Navigraph here as well. Lol. I've been flying too much A350. Totally spoilt by that. And now we have 5 pages to scroll through. The page should be 10-3 Juliet 5.
Kayak 84 Bravo, you are clear to destination via DPS 1 Romeo departures, runway 06 right, meter climb 6000 and the squawk.
So taxi out, by the way, I still didn't brief the taxi routing. So taxi out will be pushed back and then pretty much short taxi. So not much to taxi out on. So let's do parking spots. Parking spots.
Barcelona ground good evening, Organ 54 Echo Papa.
Oh, that's Organ Aviator.
5-8 request IFR clearance to Vigo as filed.
Hello, you have a flight plan.
So that's Quebec.
We'll just file that right now, Organ 54 Echo Papa.
Oh yeah, that happened to me as well from time to time. No flight plan.
Barcelona ground 2 Kilo Charlie, request taxi.
Bolin 17 Kilo Charlie, taxi to runway 06 right via Quebec, Papa Sierra and Kilo.
Via Quebec.
That's the chart I wanted.
206 right. Yeah,
so there we go. So Quebec, and then we have the intersections there as well. Cool. Excellent. Alrighty. So, if there's no more questions, let's read the checklist. We go with the pre-flight checklist. Oxygen, tested. 100%. Navigation transfer display switches. Normal and auto. We've got window heat on. We have the pressurization mode selector in auto. Flight instruments. Oh, sorry, window heat is on as well. Flight instruments, heading 335. Altimeter 1021. 20 feet. Cross-checked, apart from here. 21. And park brake is set. Engine start levels cut
I will
off.
call you back. I have an issue right now. I will call you
Let's
back
do
in a few
the
minutes.
before start items. That is done. We need APU bleed, obviously, for engine start. Beacon on. Let's put the transponder.
Alright, stand by please. I have to call traffic.
Okay.
That has to be on. So it doesn't work in auto. It has to be in position on. Otherwise it will not transmit here. How long's the flight? 1 hour 30.
Okay, while we wait.
1 hour 30 minutes, so I'm right on time.
Your flight plan, you can try to disconnect and reconnect.
JD, no, it's 1 hour 30. Before start to the line. Fuel, we have 6.5 tons pumps are on. MCP, sorry, passenger signs are on. MCP V2
out quite.
Is 149 heading 063. Altitude is
Can you
6,000.
try to disconnect and reconnect? That should fix the issue.
Then V1 140, VR 141, V2 149. CD pre-flight completed. Rudder aileron trim free and neutral.
Kayak 4 Bravo.
Taxi brake, takeoff briefing completed. And that's to below the line. Flight deck door is closed.
Roger.
Doors. Oh, doors.
1021.
Doors down here. Close. Closed. And yeah, closed now, and anti-collision light is on. Fantastic. Let's call GSX for pushback. Europa 711, stand 260, requesting push and start, please.
Right, I will call you back behind Alpine traffic.
Copy it.
Hello, Captain.
There's no big cube, Reynolds. All good.
Departure checks completed.
Hang on, we did say 10 o'clock, didn't we? We did say 10 o'clock. I think I should be alright. We should be okay. The fly-by-wire. I like the Phoenix EFB as well as the FS Labs. They are, to me, they're perfectly fine. Here and there, you could do a few things a little bit better, maybe, but all in all. Here's a true fact. There's airlines, obviously, that do have the standard Boeing EFB. However, there's also many airlines that obviously don't like to use the Boeing standard EFB, so they have their own EFBs, and so really all we use the EFB for is the video function.
Charlie Royal, you can continue with Unicom 1228. Bye bye. Have a great flight.
Unicom 12.8, gracias. Fuel in 1 Kilo Charlie.
Organ? No, normally if it's cutting in and out, it's a internet speed problem. Just joking, okay.
Royal, Kayak 4 Bravo, taxi to runway 06 right, via Charlie November, Sierra, Golf November, hold short, Echo 7.
Yeah, Ghost. He maybe he didn't know how far you're going to be pushing back.
Release parking brakes, please.
And Navia 54 Echo Papa, do you copy?
Oh, hang on. Organ, I just heard there, he's cutting out a little bit for me as well.
Organ 5 past the still coming in and out.
Release parking brakes, please.
But we pipe the clearance.
I hear you 2 out of 5. I hear you like your. I don't receive you very well. Yeah, can you change your internet, please?
Yeah, change the internet. Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, but the cutting in and out definitely often is a internet issue. That is something I found as well.
Release parking brakes, please.
Alpine to Mike, hello, taxi to runway 06 right, via KV Papa Sierra Kilo.
Release parking brakes, please.
Yeah, okay, Organ. Yeah, try restarting the V pilot. Maybe that that works. So he's off. Anyone else? Oh.
Release parking brakes, please.
Yeah, Organ. Yeah, I hope you get that fixed quickly. Got some rain showers there. It looks beautiful in the background there. Very nice. And Europa 711. Any chance for pushback?
Yeah, sorry. Push the cancel lapis approved. Kinetics 1021.
Kinetics 1021, push start approved. Europa 711.
All engines clear. Start at wing.
Muchas gracias, señorita. There we go. So, we need to make sure that the packs are off in the 737. Good, pressure's there. Got the fuel pumps on. And so we are in a max, meaning I'm going to put this to ground. And it's going to start motoring. I'm going to wait with the fuel control switch until that motoring disappears. Speaking of hey, bits.
For Bravo.
Well, there is some. There is some.
In about 3 or 4 minutes, I have 3 traffics on final.
There are some thunderstorms around the area.
Alright, expect crossing 34 minutes. Track for Bravo.
So yeah, they may be moving towards us. We'll see. I know we have to recalculate the performance if it's a wet runway. So motoring. And then we want to go to outside view, obviously.
Alpine 82 Mike, Hilton 122, bye-bye.
Please set parking brakes.
For takeoff will be the left pack.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Roger, Dodger. Start valve still open. Oh, is this a bug with GSX here in the aircraft? I have set the brakes.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
So we're still motoring. Oh, there we go. That's a long motor. Hey, Lilienthal, wie geht's?
Unlocking gear.
Muchas gracias. Yeah, the sounds are great here. I love them.
Tow track disconnected. Bypass pin remover. Left is clear. Right is clear.
All right, let's do the after start items. Oh, that should be in auto anyways. That's fine. APU bleed off packs. So whenever you do switchings, it's always a C, but it starts at the bottom right corner. So always APU bleed off first, then left pack, isolation valve, and then right pack. And then we've got the recall check, flaps coming 5. And then we'll do a... We'll do a rudder check first.
5 Tango, hello, welcome to Barcelona. Taxi to stand 247 via November and Echo.
November and Echo, can you say the gate number again? Lufthansa Tango.
247.
Yeah, Ghost, no worries. I'll see you in Vigo. Right, all clear signals there. There she goes. And then let's do the before taxi checklist. Generators on. Probe heaters on. Anti-ice off. We have isolation valve auto. Engine starts, which is continuous. Recall was checked. Auto brake is RTO. We have engine start levels idle intent. Recall. Sorry, that was flight controls checked and ground equipment is clear, and that's the before taxi checklist completed. Europa 71 Bravo request taxi.
Europa 711 taxi to runway 06 right via Quebec, Papa Sierra.
Quebec and then Papa Sierra holding point 06 right. Thank you much, Europa 711. I'm using, that's a problem when you always use the same call sign for ages, like 71 Bravo. Alright, brakes are working, fantastic. I'm going to put the terrain mode on here. And of course, we have an Iberia.
Aviation 421, hello, taxi to stand 218 via November and Delta Sierra.
November Delta Sierra for stand 218, Iberia 0421.
So, search for Papa Sierra.
For Bravo, no traffic left, so cross runway 24 right at Echo 7, continue via...
So Papa Sierra is straight ahead.
Echo Juliet Kilo.
Hey, Dr. Fred, morning.
Sorry, cross runway left and continue Echo Juliet Kilo.
Okay, and explain I've introduced a physics-based camera which simulates head shake with vibrations and turbulence. Nice, I have to try that out. Yeah, Brennelt, I am.
Unicom 12285.
122.8. Thank you so much for the service. Have a great evening, Europass 711. Bye-bye. Yeah, sorry, I had to text my daughter. My daughter just called and I need to text her real quickly. 06 right. So let's just quickly stop here, get things sorted. And then TCAS on already. Well, one last message, hang on, and just. All right, cool. At bits at the beginning she did, because back then when I started streaming she had a boyfriend that also loved aviation, and so sometimes they would watch the stream together. But now obviously she's busy, she's studying, she's doing her master now, and so obviously she doesn't have the time, which I fully understand. And she is actually interested in aviation, so it's not as if she's not interested, it's just obviously she's got so much on her plate right now, studying. Let's go through before takeoff checklist. Flaps 5 green light. Stabilizer is 5.5 units. And that's the before takeoff checklist complete. Right, I don't see any traffic yet on final. And if anything, they should be on 6 left anyhow, but that looks good. Barcelona traffic. Europa 711 lining up, departing 6 right in Barcelona. Strobes on. Bob. No, she's got a boyfriend, so at the moment it's a different boyfriend, but she has a boyfriend, so feels bad, man. Yeah, I know. Cool. All right. The chrono will start automatically. Runway is clear. Let's go. Wind should be from the front. Oh, that would help if I did that, obviously, and then go that. N1. 80 knots. The power of the Neo engines, or the E1. Rotate. Off we go. Pause rate. Gears coming up. Enough. So 500 feet, and we go right. And we have LNAV enough speed and N1. Climb power 1 is set. Flaps 1. Speed check. Flaps 1. I'm wondering, I don't think the weather radar is working here, is it? Let me just put that on. I'm not sure if it's using maybe the standard weather radar system here. Maybe, maybe not. Right, we have a speed restriction, 205 knots maximum. So I've got to leave the flaps at 1 because the up speed is at 210. What would you say if your daughter wanted to get the ATPL? I would have a long talk with her, and I would tell her what I've told here on stream many times. Oh, right, here comes 6,000. Actually, let's continue climb, and so. But then if she's still after you know, I've had a good talk with her, and if she still says no, I'm aware of the risks, but I still think it's a career worth going after. Set standard. Then yeah, okay, she would go along with that. Yeah, she's currently studying health management. Like I said, just doing her master. Bob, I don't know. I would have to practice basketball. So yeah, you would definitely. Right, flaps going up, and then we can read the after takeoff checklist. Can increase the range here a bit. So one thing that definitely improved, you see this, it's not so laggy anymore. So at the beginning when they published the iFly, it had a big lag on the instruments. That is gone now, which is nice. Flurkle, hey, you've been to Vigo IRL. How cool. Yeah. And they have a wonderful RP approach. Quick checklist here. After takeoff checklist, we have engine bleeds on. We have packs in auto. Climb pressure looks good. And flaps, landing gear is up and the flaps are up, no lights, and that's the after takeoff checklist complete. Still a bit bumpy. So while I do switch off the lights and the ignition, wow, that sounds like a runaway trim. Yeah, exactly, Ghost. That had me worried for a second. MCAS. Yep. Well, I mean... So we got 330 for the cruise. So that's what we're going to dial in here. 330 is set. And now it seems like it's quiet. So we're going to put the seatbelts to auto. There's a little bit of rain, it seems, there. Ah, beautiful. Coastline down there. Nice. There was a question. Hang on. You can study Blockflöte? Really? I mean, then, like, you want to, play in the orchestra or something? I think that's still downtown Barcelona there. It's just such a huge city. That's incredible. While in N1, the aircraft still remain at flaps 1 speed. Yeah, Nate. So if it's on VNAV speed, it takes the commanded speed. So all it does is like level change, right? So it's doing, climb power, but with the commanded speed from the FMS. So yeah, that's standard, yeah. Yes, true, JD, yeah. Yeah, N1, yeah, N1. So you mean like so if you have N1 here, right, it sets the commanded power. So whatever you have standing here, that's what it's using as a reference for the N1. So on takeoff, it will be takeoff, I think it says here. Or thrust, right? It's takeoff power and for later for the approaches go around power. But right now it's got the so it's in automatic, so it's got the climb power. Takeoff, right? Hey, Sunshine. Yeah, and thrust ref is like max power. But again, if you have N1 on your FMA and a commanded speed like 205 knots. Then and that comes from the FMS, then it will respect that, yes. Absolutely. Ghost, I don't honestly, I'm not sure if it says thrust or thrust ref. Here on the 737 MAX, I didn't see that on the takeoff run. August says, Peter told us just say to flight while I restart the computer and reinstall. Spill. Okay. What do you mean? Is that is that gone now? Yeah, so the reason why many aircraft, so many Boeing aircraft go into climb 2 is the fact that the EGTs are lowest with the climb 2. So it has the best kind of engine not just fuel economy, but also the engine kind of see, that's what I mean with fasting. Lost for the word now. So the engine just doesn't wear. So the engine wear, that's it. So for the engine wear, a lower HT is also better. So normally, if you can, so if you meet all the climb restrictions on the departure route, then yeah, you would go with climb 2. TXU, not last days. No, I think the last update that I had with the iFly was like 3 weeks ago. Ah, okay, Organ. Yeah, good. So hopefully you'll be in the air very soon. Hey, thanks, Peter. So it's version 1.02 something. Okay. Hey, Fishbone. Yeah, the 737 cockpit is definitely crammed. So I remember. So I'm 1.84 meters. That's about 6'1", 6'2", and when I was flying the 737 Classics, whenever I got into the flight deck, I had to really watch out. I had to really kind of bend down a bit, not to hit these very, very sharp kind of switches on the overhead panel. Because, yeah, the cockpit is small. It is very tiny, so it is a bit cramped, yeah, I agree. And imagine, sometimes, we had some routing sometimes where we typically had a lot of jump seats or jump seat requests. So imagine you have 4 people in this small flight deck. So you have a very little seat in the back here, which is terribly, terribly hard. And then the absolute worst seat in the whole flight deck is this one here. So that's the other jump seat. Yeah, 4 people, no joke. So the usually the instructor or the examiner has to sit here, and I always felt so sorry for them because they had to sit here for, you know, hours and hours and hours, like a 5-day trip. And I honestly, I don't know how they survived, because I think my back would just scream after 1 or 2 days. I think the backache would be really, really terrible. Yeah, Chilen, that's one reason not to get become an instructor. Yeah. Well, at least in the 320, it's a bit more spacious. So. Yeah, JD, that's another thing. So there is an escape rope available, and you get that over the. And it's not modeled here, but normally you have a rope. It's like coiled up. It's a coiled up thin rope, which is stowed here, and then you open the window. It latches in the open position, obviously, and then you throw the rope out, and then you had to get your body out first, obviously, and so you would hang, you know, with the back facing outwards, and then the really terrible thing came. Then it was that you had to kind of hook up your legs with the window frame. And then you would have to bend down as far as you could, so that you could catch the rope as low down as possible, because of that curvature of the fuselage. So what you would have to avoid is to get your hands trapped in between the rope and the fuselage. Yeah, we had to practice that once. Yeah. So that could be, you could be stuck. So if your body weight, right, is on that rope, and then the rope is kind of forced against the fuselage, if you had your fingers, your hands in between that, you would really squish them. You could get really hurt on that. Hey MAN, wie geht's? Doing well. Nice to see you. Yeah, and JD, obviously, I mean, you know, there is different different body sizes, right? And so, yeah, I sometimes wonder, you know, I mean, some people may not have such an easy time trying to get out, right? You know, am liebsten besser, MAN, right? I know, right? Yes, a voyage, of course, yeah. That will be injury at work. No, you got 2 ropes, so there's 1 rope on each side. So there's another emergency escape rope there. But oh yeah, but I mean, if you've got 4 people in the flight deck, well, obviously, yeah, the rope just keeps, you know, it's tied to the aircraft, so it doesn't go away. So all good. Right, we're gonna go back to VNAV here. So we've got FMC speed, VNAV path. Let's have a look at the target speed, 789, fantastic. 330 is correct. And I'm gonna go with neutral position here on the TCAS. And remember, guys, we do have some weather apparently on our routing. Ah, it's cleared up a bit. Yeah, so now it's cleared up. Okay, all right. So we don't have to worry so much anymore. Hey, Stepke, nice to see you. How are you? Oh, actually, I should change that. Yeah, I think it's on the... I need to edit that, right? Because the language is actually English today. There we go. How far am I behind? I'm currently going to be approaching Lobar in roughly 2.5 minutes. Ever done keel holen in an aircraft? No. What's keel holen? Keel, obviously something down below. Hey, Flying Fox. Well, I mean, yeah, it's pretty bug-free, yeah. It's got a few minor bugs maybe, but otherwise, yeah. Nice add-on. Fear mix and execute lubricant. Oh my god. Beautiful, beautiful. Updated 350. Okay, so MAN, yeah, there was an update, I agree, and I had a good flight as well. The only thing was that some people did say they updated and still had the VATSIM crash. So for them it wasn't completely fixed apparently. Let me just see, what was keel? Let me just see, keel holen. Okay, so Dr. Fate, pulling a person from starboard to port side, below a ship usually, because of the rope, you know. Oh, really? Oh, is that like a welcoming kind of ceremony for new sailors or something? That sounds horrible.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black.
Hey, Alpha. Wie geht's dir? Hello, hello.
Subscribers, please make your way to the first class.
Any nice trips lately
snacks and premium flight
that you went on?
Served. Thank you.
Hello, smile.
Is this aircraft any good yet? Well, it's been good right from the start, in my opinion. It is, right? Keelhauling is like a punishment for some kind of wrongdoing. Okay, there we go. And Alpha, so Alpha, once again, thank you so much for 93 months. Good God, that's such a long time. Alpha, we're getting old. And MAN says, deleted VATSIM folders and files, subscribed. Only thing not working was reverser. On the, yeah, okay. Yeah, I did delete the VATSIM folders as well, yeah. Okay, so how did you like the Allegris then, Alpha? You can tell me your honest opinion. I don't mind. You can post a shitstorm now about the Allegris. I don't mind. But I know that you travel a lot, so you know your verdict obviously is something to be taken seriously, right? Hey, Torsport, hello to you. Yeah, so the thing is, so for me personally, the flight model here in the iFly is a tad better than the PNG one, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, did you get any complaints about runway occupancy time, or did you read anything about that controllers are complaining about the fact that the A350s are on the runway for too long? Just curious to see. Oh, really? Oh, Alpha, so you were able to book that 220-meter bed. And you liked it a lot. Some things are a bit overly complicated, like double controls, but it's really nice. Okay, nice. Okay, that's really cool to hear, Alpha, because I know that you travel a hell of a lot. So your word is actually quite meaningful to me. Oh, that's good to hear. Oh, really? They have belt extenders over the shoulder belt. Okay. Oh, they don't. Oh, sorry, they don't have a belt extender. Only for the belly. Okay. Yeah, you don't need that. I would assume so. Yeah, it could be that everyone is selecting, you know, long rollouts for brake to vacate. Yeah, it could be. Let's see now. You always take the first exit after wet. That's a good idea, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is probably a good idea to do so, yeah. And Mustafa says do brake to vacate first and then switch to the manual after 60 knots. Okay. Yeah, makes sense as well. Yeah, Flying Fox, that's true as well. I think so too, yeah. So if you have an exit far down the runway, it will brake somewhat late, yeah. The reason behind that is the following, guys. So if you look at an aircraft landing, right? So the primary means initially for the slowdown are the spoilers and the reversers. And so initially that gives you a lot of deceleration, meaning that you're not going to put so much stress on the brake discs. And that's the idea behind the brake to vacate. So initially, at higher airspeeds, it would brake less with the brakes itself, and let the speed brakes and the reverser do the job. And then as you slow down and the speed brakes become less effective, then it will start to brake more with the wheels, or with the wheel brakes. So, so obviously the logic is if you have a brake to vacate exit far down the runway, then obviously the brake activation would be later. Yeah. That does make sense, yeah. Alpha, the problem is, though, initially those that will be arriving will not have the business class active initially. So I don't know how long it will take for the business class to be finally certified and then be able to book. Yeah, so the premium economy seats are quite nice as well. I agree, they're quite nice. MAN says, other thing I've realized on my flight back, I was limiting time acceleration to 4, but it was 8 fuel burn time. Oh, really? That's an interesting bug, MAN. So you selected 8 times, but the fuel burn remained on. Hang on. So the fuel burn time was with the 4 times. Ah, okay. So in the end, you had much more fuel available, right? Yeah, that's a weird bug. Yeah. I would have to check, Organ, if that flight time. Do you have did you make a flight plan? Like I said, try to limit it to 2 hours, because anything above 2 hours, it just gets a bit long regarding finding topics to talk about during the flight, etc. I mean, shared flight. No, Bradfanner, no, not yet. Yeah, Condor definitely made huge improvements with the A350s. Yeah. They really had a big upgrade with that. Oh yeah, Alpha, yeah. But surely you got so many points, right? You should get upgrades. Now, believe it or not, here's a fun fact. I have never traveled first class on the aircraft yet. Never ever. So for my Jubilee flight that I got, and I'm very grateful for being gifted a free flight from the company that I worked for 25 years. And it was a booked business class seat with the option to get first if there was a seat available. Unfortunately, tough luck. Yeah, there were never ever first class seats available. So for me, so I've never traveled first class yet. Like many of you as well, right? I know it's like a silly comment to make, really, but yeah. So normally people think, oh, you're a pilot, then you get cheap tickets, right? And then you fly first class all the time. No, I don't. These tickets are hard to come by. There's not many first class seats, and there's a lot of upgrades that are going on. So that's why, yeah, I've also never flown first class. Well, when I'm talking about when going on holiday, Toby. So going on holiday, that's obviously. So of course, this seat is the best, anyways, right? So 0 left, I call it. Seat 0 left is the best. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Well, you almost have 1 million miles, Alpha. Wow. Not too much, lol. How many flights, free flights, can you get with 1 million miles? That's crazy. Hey, Elias, mine. But surely an upgrade doesn't cost 1 million miles, does it? 132980. Madrid Control, good evening. Buenas tardes, Europa 711, flight level 330.
Europa 711 Madrid, buenas tardes, identified, continue as file.
As far, thank you, Europa 711. What do aircraft do when they have a sudden loss of cabin pressure over mountains? You fly over Afghanistan, instrument failure, failed at rear door. Okay, no, so, I mean, first of all, obviously, you descend down to the minimum safe altitude.
Guten Tag, guten Abend, meine Damen und Herren, willkommen on board the Captain Blackbox Infotainment Albanese. Nur Abonnenten sollten jetzt ihre Karte für die Klasse abholen. Vielen Dank.
Sorry. That was an announcement for the German resubs. I'm sorry. Yeah, so Troysport, thank you so much for gifting us up to Flying Fox VATSIM. That's really kind of you, Troysport. Much appreciated. Big round of applause for that. Yeah, that's Zuzi. And so Ted and Zuzi made a new sound file for the German live stream. Oh, apologies. Yeah, so the thing is that you have to get below 13,000 feet within 10 minutes. So, you know, you would first descend to the minimum safe altitude and then look for an escape route. So you look for an escape route and then try to descend below 13,000 and then finally down to 10,000 at least. And then depending on where you have your airports and your mountains, you may have to land en route, yes. But you can also divert at some point, yeah. So it's not wrong what you did. But of course the absolute main thing is not to crash into mountains. Natalia, Maria, hello. Don't know if you can answer, but how many real-world hours do you have in a heavy aircraft? Well, I can only estimate. So I flew the 747 as a first officer for 8 years. Now, on average, at my company, we get about 800 to 850 block hours a year. So I have about 7,000 or 6,500 hours on the 747, and I've only been on the 787 for 2 years now. So I don't have, and I wasn't flying that much. How many total hours? I estimate about 18,000, somewhere in that region.
American 234 requesting descent.
American 234, I was calling several times. Expect Toledo 3 Charlie for ILS approach runway 3.
Actually, no, disregard. No, hang on. No more, hang on. That's more than that. I've been flying I've been flying airlines for 30 years now. Sorry, no, that's I must have over 20,000.
Descend
Yeah. So the thing is though, guys, and I've been asked before because I know that young pilots and private pilots, especially private pilots, they have to log their own flights. And for young pilots, obviously, very important to log your flights to know when you get, above a certain amount, like 3,000 hours, 5,000 hours, whatever, right? For me, I stopped counting when I got more than 10,000 hours. Old box 711. Oh, you guys. No, so if I do, 30 years, and if I say only 800 hours in a year, so lower side, 800, 30 times 800, that's 24,000 hours.
RNP a la pista 03 en Coruña.
Okay, well, at least you had some fun, I guess, GL. Yeah, that's actually shocking. Hang on, what did I put on my read? I have to update the info then, hang on. Yeah, around 20,000 hours. That's old. I have to change that. Oh yeah, and so I could find out, and I think actually I will find out how many hours I have when I retire, because I'm gonna write to my office at my airline, because they do track all the flight hours. So there I can get the total hours for sure. So I would estimate anywhere between 23 to 25,000 hours. I would estimate. No, I can't ghost. I'm not allowed to live stream out of the flight deck. I'm not allowed to do that.
Radar 273, radar identified 3,600 feet. Climb flight level 240.
Yeah, we should fill the whole cabin. I've had a couple of people asking if they could fly along. IRL, I mean, for the last flight. JD, no. That is only for very special people.
Madrid, Libre Express 3857, ¿podríamos continuar por el descenso?
Oh yeah, they're going to have to go through some archives, hey Ben, yeah, like, 30 years old archives, yeah. End of October, Flurkle. Diamando, moin. Oh yeah, so Alpha, the thing is, so the developer from the Shared Flight app, he's actually now building a 747-200 cockpit. As a home builder cockpit with real instruments. And so
turn left, direct waypoint Zamora, Zulu Mike Romeo.
Direct to Zulu Mike Romeo, thank you. Gracias, Europa 71.
Let's get 3 Alpha Golf Madrid, over to Unicorn, goodbye.
Boom, it's right, there we go, direct to Samara. Where was I? Yeah, so he's building a proper 747-200 flight deck, including the flight engineer station. So November, he wants to do a world flight again in the US. So maybe if I find the time, then maybe I want to join them, if I'm still invited, obviously, but I would love to join them. Yes, I am retiring this year, yeah, absolutely. And there's no turning back. Would you like to fly a classic 747 or 747 with INS system? I mean, honestly, I think I would have loved to fly the 747-200. I think that would have really been a very kind of nostalgic feeling. Without GPS, without map mode, etc. Just HSI. A huge artificial horizon. Have you already bought a walker? What's that? What's a walker?
442, welcome to Madrid taxi stand 348 via Go 5, Mike, Juliet and Delta.
Taxi to stand 348.
JD, well, that's a good point.
348 via Go 5, Mike, Juliet and Delta.
Do you already know how many flights you're going to do until retirement? I can only estimate.
100, identified.
I think you can, I would estimate maybe only 10, 12 flights. I don't have that many left. I have some holiday, also have some part-time. So, yeah, I would estimate 10 to 12 flights. Maybe.
Iberia 273, climb flight level 350, direct waypoint Crisa.
Diamando, yeah, read this and then you're in the picture. Yeah, the 742, yeah, exactly. Also needs a flight engineer. Yeah. Might be a strange question, but is there a time limit as to how long you can spend in the restroom as a pilot? Asking since I am to complete at least 10% of them.
Malaysian 44, Madrid control, good evening.
Yeah, so the thing, well, I don't think there's a time limit. But obviously there is a kind of a quote in the operations manual saying that the time in the restroom should be limited to a minimum. So you would have to ask you would have to ask an employer to see, you know, how the rules are there for that company.
Zulu runway 32 left. American 234, continue descending altitude.
Hey, there's Tail West. Yeah, there we go.
1015.
Yeah, so guys, Tail West actually joined the that event last November, and they had to really scramble to get everything in a very basic manner up and running with touchscreens display. So this year, though, they have really raised the bar. So they really want to have a proper 747-200 home cockpit, and which means obviously anyone that joins would need to do a lot of practice on the 747 feelers in X-plane.
Channel 5 with Zulu Madrid, good evening, identified climbing flight level 360, continuous flight.
Yeah, so here, so if you mean on VATSIM, so if you're referring to VATSIM, then yeah, they always limit that to 5 minutes as well, 5 max 10 minutes, depending on how busy they are. Yeah, Dr. Fred, it doesn't work. Yeah, I do fly X-plane from time to time. Yeah.
7100, vuele directo Mabux.
JD, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. So they normally plan ahead really well. So it's not. That would be the first time ever if they came up to me and asked me to become a freelancer or extend my contract for a certain amount of money. But I would decline. I wouldn't do it. I've set my sights on retirement and all the things I want to do after that.
Europa 7100, suba a nivel 300.
Subimos a 300 a Europa 7100.
Flores 256 via FAFEC, descend 4,000 feet, clear for the ILS Zulu approach runway 32 left. Report when established.
Yeah, but flying Fox VATSIM, I mean, like I said, I've been flying for 30 years now. And it's a topic, so there's actually 2-3 colleagues of mine that I've known very well, and they died just above 55, so they died before they reached the 60th birthday, so that got me thinking, right? I don't know how many years I have left, and it sounds a bit odd to talk about, you know, about your remaining lifetime. But these, you know, these next, so for me, the next 10 years, for example, until I'm 65.
Iberia 722, descenso nivel
Those years are
100.
really, really valuable to me. Yeah, I have a young voice, I know, but I have gray hair. and once I stream at some point with the face cam, you will see my gray hair. Yeah, so like I said, the you know, you don't know how many years you have in front of you at a certain age that you can actually fully utilize. Meaning you can travel fully, you can do some hiking. You know, you're very active, right?
Confirm altitude 6,000 feet.
Yeah, Winky. Yeah. So I mean, that's the thing, right? And so as I said before, that I have a wonderful wife, I have wonderful children, and I want to spend much more time with them. You can dye your hair. Yeah, I could, but I'm not going to. So yeah, I would just want to fully utilize, you know, the years I have left. So if I'm very lucky, who knows? I may have like 25, 30 years of very healthy life ahead of me. Then even better. But you never know, right? So. Do you think your career as a pilot contributed to that? Aviation's hard. Yeah, it is hard on the body, Flurkle. Now, although I don't really think it has to have a bad effect on your health. It can, but if you try to look after your nutrition and you know, you look after your body, you do sports, stay fit, etc. I think then there isn't really a, you know, bigger risks for pilot than for any other profession, in my opinion. So even the radiation is at a level that doesn't mean you're going to have, you know, more likelihood of getting cancer. The only cancer rate that is higher with airline pilots is skin cancer. And that's because the older windows that we had, they didn't filter out the harmful UV rays.
Autorizado vía FAFEC 4000 pies y LS solo 3 a la izquierda, Iberia Express 3857.
Isn't it more important to look back on what you've reached rather than looking excited towards the next series? No, yeah, well, I mean, Voyager, everyone has a different, you know, concept when it comes to looking back on what they have achieved, right, and value their achievements. It is just, I guess it has to do with my age. It is something at some point you just realize that, you know, you're feeling your age, right? You feel the, you know, so the pinches here and there, right? And then you start to realize, hey, maybe, you know, maybe I don't have, you know, 20, 30 years of you know, fully healthy times ahead of me, right? So again, nobody can guarantee that, right? So the question is, if you have paid into a little piggy bank, let's say, right, and my company luckily has set up a piggy bank for us where I put some money in, the company puts some money in, and then it allows me, if I want to, it allows me to go and retire at the age of 50, at the 55 earliest, right? So obviously I don't get full wages anymore, but I still get good money. I get a good retirement pension for leaving at 55, right? And so in my opinion, it's pure luxury. Who can say these days that they can leave and retire at 55 or 56 with a good retirement package and you know, enjoy life? I mean, that's luxury. That's something so fortunate that I say to myself, well, yeah, I'll take it. I'll say a big thank you, and you know, I'll take it.
No problem for RP approach for runway 01, but the winds are coming from the southeast.
That's good. No, so retirement obviously is end of the month, and obviously you will have finished your flight by that time. Yeah, Jalend, right? Everyone knows someone, and sadly maybe someone in their family that passed away way too early. So And Mark says, Mark Purpose says he had grey hair since he was 30. Well, there we go. It can happen any time, right?
Iberia 0102, Iberia 0102, continue descending, altitude 6,000 feet.
Quoten Wagner says, well, when it comes to this, none of us know. Well, Quantum dying in the ages, but yeah, I know, right? So, and Bas Martin, he fell down at 44. He fell down the stairs and broke. Oh, really? Oh my God.
Tráficos en frecuencia, Madrid control cierra servicio ya por hoy.
Man, I hope, man, breaking your neck sounds so terrible. I hope you're not paralyzed or anything like that.
Control is closing. Continue monitoring Unico.
Man, I wish you all the best.
Goodbye.
Jeez.
Hello, gracias.
Bye bye.
Yes, it's Vegatus. I mean, sure. I mean, I know airline pilots actually that retired at my company, and then they're flying for Emirates, or for I don't know, for some other company. Yeah, there are ways of doing that if you want to, or if you were a fighter pilot. Yeah, sure, you can still go and fly. You know. So the only flying I want to do is private flying. So I wanna dictate, you know, when and, you know, if the weather's nice and where I want to go. Right, that's the only flying I'm hoping to do then. Schwarzbrot and herring. Ah, sounds all right. Yeah, Alpha, that's a good point. I mean, you have to still have, you know, some sense in your life, right? So a sense of purpose and so like a purpose in life, no doubt. So, you know, but I have lots of plans. I have lots of things lined up, and like I said, I have a wonderful family that you know, I want to spend more time with and enjoy. Bas Martini is saying you're fine. Okay, that's good to hear. I'm happy to hear that. Really am. Natalie says, sorry, Natalia says, least favorite part of flying is the deboarding. Yeah, I agree fully. Natalia, I shuttle from Frankfurt to Bremen back and forth to get to work and back. And if I have a seat right at the end, yeah, and there's only the front door opened, I hate that as well, especially 321s. It takes ages. Full house, A321, years it takes. Yeah, Alpha, that's good though. So you can't argue that, you know, working does keep you young. I agree with that, yeah. No doubt. So you have to have something to do in your life, right? I think we all agree on that. By wonderful family. Well, to be honest, I mean, this community has obviously a big part in my life as well, right? No joke on that. I've gained so many friendships through the streaming, and that is something I really value. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Flurkle, me too. I just don't want to rush. Yeah, I just sit and listen to music and I just wait until I can get up. Hey, HD Sim. Thank you much for the like, HD Sim. Much appreciated. Alias, I heard a lot of retired pilots go back into flight training. Yeah, you can do that as well. Yeah. I've seen retired pilots do these fun flights in Frankfurt, in the simulators. Yeah, if you can, Ben, then get a seat in the front, but it doesn't always work. So for me, when I get on cheap tickets, I don't have the luxury of reserving seats, so I have to take what's left, and usually those are the ones right at the back of the aircraft. Scrumbum said he retired 5 years ago when COVID hit. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, it's something. I'm sure you get back to work at some point. Hey, Bruno, bon tard. Really, Flurkle, lol. Polyglot, did she get into the Discord channel? Yeah, I haven't. I'm not sure if I've seen it already. Let me just check. Let me have a look. Hold on. Near Bremen. My wife has always lived in Bremen, but I live near Bremen. Well, we live near Bremen now. Not within Bremen, no. Let me have a look. FS weekend. There we go. Hey, there we go, Pete. Yeah, Pete. Yeah, okay, Pete. Wonderful. You will there Saturday. Even got other plans. No worries. Like I said, if I meet you on the event, that's fine. That's all good. We can have a coffee there, maybe. Yeah, sure, Pete. I'll see you for sure. So TXU, where are you now? Did you have to move away from Bremen? Yeah, Alpha. I know there is some things, some ways of getting like a nice Porsche transit from one plane to the other. Yeah, I'm aware of that, but not many people are able to do that. Afraid Frisian? I mean, I thought the Bremen are not Frisian, are they? No, I don't think they call themselves Frisian. Hey, Captain Wilco, how are you? Hey, nice, Captain Wilco. How did you like Bremen then? So you got there when you had you picked up a Neo in Hamburg, and you had some time down there. It's cool. Oh, Tail West. You know what, Tail West? Now Mark has even a less. Mark, are you here by any chance? My dear friend Mark. Are you here? Look, even Tail West is coming to FS Weekend. Yeah, you see, Voyager lives in Frisian, and he knows. So if Voyager says Bremen are not Frisian, there we go. Yeah, Mark, you have no excuse now. You got to come to Lelystad. You got no excuse. Yeah, Organ, I hope you have a good flight. You like the city, Wilco? Yeah. So Bremen is not a big city, but it has a very nice old town, and it has quite a neat kind of flair at the river, with lots of restaurants there. So obviously summertime is a lot more fun than wintertime in Bremen. But yeah, Bremen is a lovely kind of little town, or little city, I would say. Yeah, top of descent coming up in 50 miles. We've got to start planning, guys. As much as I love to chat with you guys, and it's a very active chat again today. Very nice. Thank you so much, everyone. And now that the Flight A350 is out, I've started a little project, fly all the Airbus available in the Flight Sim 2024 in order to enter service. Nice. Okay, cool. I'm glad you're enjoying 2024. I'm still not really friends with it. Mark? Yeah, Mark. Yeah, no. I'll arrange dinner as well, Mark. No worries. Yeah, we got to stream at least the because they have a nice museum there at the airfield at the event. So maybe we're trying to stream that. You prefer Bremerhaven? Yeah, Bremerhaven is also nice. Yeah, I agree. Oh, really? So polyglot. So you know. So Pete, you know Bremen as well. Cool, nice. Yeah. Tail West. What you mean? What's your operating limits? Like 30 degrees? What do you expect in March? Take a big coat. I tell you what, Tail West, I'll bring you a big coat. 20. Yeah, I'll bring a big coat and a like woolen hat or something, and a scarf. Yeah, we'll get you set up. Don't worry about that. Problem I had with 24/4 is that at the moment I get about 15,000 feet of ground textures. Yeah, yeah, I know. A lot of people have the issue. I have that as well sometimes. So no, so I've never been to FS Weekend. I have been to 3 or 4 times to Cosford, the Cosford Flight Sim Show, which was absolutely brilliant. I really enjoyed that. Really loved that. Hey V Pilot, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. You're planning to wear thermals. Are you sure about that? I mean, thermals for me is like, you know, you go inside, you sweat like hell. I'll bring you some, a nice thick coat and a scarf and a hat, Tail West. We're going to send some pics with black box here. And Peter said he flew many times out of Bremen. Yeah, you know the airport. Lovely little airport as well. Love it. Yeah, we got 30 miles, guys. Let's get the weather real quickly. We don't have any control anymore. So everybody's logged off for some reason. Cool, let me go. Maybe I just missed a call from the controller. So let's go get the weather one more time. Bruno! Hang on, Bruno's here as well. Bruno, any chance you're coming up to Leilstad? Come on, Bruno. Actually, you probably have to work, right? Cav 14 degrees, wind 40 at 5. Herring for breakfast. Oh, well, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Herring for breakfast. I mean, stroopwafels for tea, absolutely, 100%. But herring? No. Oh, hang on. There we go. Lekker, yeah. Lekker waffle. A waffle. Malintli goes on. Oh, Bruno, I would love to meet up with you again. It would be so great to see you again. 040 at 5. I miss coming down to Lisbon. I really miss Lisbon. If there's any destination I miss about short range, it's Lisbon. No joke. Absolutely brilliant. No food pics, please. I honestly... I'm fasting, so no. Anti-eyes off. We'll do autopic. How long is the runway? 2,000. Yeah, we'll have to do 3 at least. 3. 5 knots additional, and then let's go for that. Or Lisboa? Is it Lisboa? Lisboa then. Yeah, pastel de nata. Oh, you're in Porto. Hang on, wait. Are you going to Porto, Mark? You didn't tell me. Any controllers online? No, not at the moment, no. Good evening to Adrian. Hello. You can recommend the atmosphere. I can imagine. To be honest, the overall atmosphere, whenever I went to a flight sim show, it always has been really nice and peaceful, and you know, lots of cool new stuff to see, try out, have some good conversations with the developers, some good stage events as well. So absolutely, yeah. Very much looking forward to it. Dubai. Ooh. I don't celebrate Alpha. I don't celebrate Fasching. We don't do that here in North Germany. Yeah, Flurkle, would love to see you, meet you. Ringside tickets for proper feeling. Oh no, JD. In the end, I think they're all grown-ups. Right? I don't think. Oh, show en route, obviously. Test. So show en route. All that. Flaps 30. Everything's working. Complete. Landing weight is roughly 65.2. So 65,200. And then we calculate that. Right. So land distance required at order break 3 is about 2,000 meters or 1,850 meters. So yeah, we'll take that. And for the landing, let's have a look at the charts. So let's go back. Oops. No. Terminal charts. Let's go there. And let's do the RMP. For Quebec or something. Where was the Quebec arrival? Although it was the Barco to Quebec. There it is. And then for the approach, we want to shoot the X-ray RMP. Let's try that. So that's not going to work. Let's do that again. Come on. There we go. So that's the airport layout. So we've got to do backtrack. Runway width is 45 meters, so that's not a problem to turn on the runway. Backtrack and then back to the apron. Hey, A320 Yoshi, hey. It's called Carnival. I know, sorry, guys. You see, that's the thing, right? So you've got people, we got people from, let's say, Cologne, Düsseldorf, Mainz, whatever, and they all have, you know, different meanings or different opinions about their fashion, their carnival being the best, etc., right? So yeah, I don't even want to get into that. I am just absolutely not knowledgeable on those topics. Too much alcohol, yeah, that's one of the downsides. Exactly, Fasching, Fastnacht, Carnival, yeah, there's so many descriptions for that. Right, let's have a look. Barco, 120 above. Barco 20 above, correct. Then Victor X-ray 400, 100 above. And then 41056 above, all correct. Then for the approach out of Oborti, it is going to be the following. So we go to Victor X-ray 500. The lowest we can do there is 5.6. Then we go to Victor X-ray 9 Sierra, and there we can descend down to 3,400. Yeah, correct. And then, well, 500 we actually descend as well. Okay, that's fine. And 05 Sierra is 2,700 above, and that's the final descent point here. 3.5 degrees almost descent angle, much steeper. Here on speed brakes here, much steeper than normal. So definitely to consider that. Beautiful look here, look at that. Consider that. And then actually, you know what? That would really speak for flaps 40, wouldn't it? Because the max and flaps 30 probably doesn't work. So let's do 40. So land distance will definitely work out. No, let's not start that discussion, Voyager, no. But I do honestly, I do admire the way, you know, people celebrate Carnival here in Germany. I do appreciate it. I think that's fantastic, because everyone is so peaceful and you know, and happy, and so everybody's in a really good spirit. So definitely nice. Cool. Right, so for the approach, 014 inbound, minimum we'll do 15, well, let's do, 1550 is fine. So we're going to do 1550. Scroll. And, oops, that's too far. Let's do 1550. Means, yeah, exactly. 1550 minimum set. Missed approach, RNAV coded 550, 3,000 feet at least, and left with 185 knots. Victor X-ray 560 at 4,000 or above, and then we turn left again to Gesbu to join the holding at 5,000. Yeah, that's all correctly programmed. All right, descent items, flaps 40, auto brake 3, recall check. And then we'll do the approach check, or descent checklist. All right, descent, pressurization, landing altitude is set at 850, correct. The recall was checked, auto brake 3. Land data, VREF 137, minimum was bar of 1550, and approach briefing completed, descent checklist complete. It's still a bit high on the profile. Oh. So now we should be getting back on path. Yes, Yoshi, I agree. Right, here we go. FPC speed, enough path. Fantastic. Speed brakes back in. Let's see how it manages from here on onwards. And we have a beautiful outside view here of the countryside. Very beautiful. Yeah, I don't know what happened there with the thrust increase. I think maybe one of my hardware levers was a bit off. Steer out checked, yeah. Yeah, it will be interesting to see how the aircraft manages the vertical path here as well. So remaining flight time is about 12-13 minutes. Well, there we go, 10 o'clock. Reynolds, I'm right on time. Right on time. No, Predict only worked with, I think it only works with the SimToolkit Pro and not with Volanta. I'm not sure what happened there, but hey, guys, keep it peaceful here, please. But I mean, oh, really? No way as well. Well, then Amsterdam's going to be buzzing as well if Formula 1 starts there. Okay, no worries. All right, cool. Good to know. Are you excited for the airfoil laps? Well, Yoshi, at least I want to try it out. You know, get a good comparison. Yeah, beautiful countryside here. Lovely. Hey Flockzap, guten Abend. It starts in Australia. Okay, well, I don't follow Formula 1 really, so you just noticed, right? I don't follow that too much. Spain, Tail West. This is Spain. Yeah, Yoshi, and like I've mentioned the last time I was flying X-Plane 12, something happened there. I mean, the performance is much better. It's much smoother for me now. Yeah, that's a green part of Spain, yeah. Northern Spain. Near the Atlantic, much greener, yeah. Right, so let's get everybody strapped in. Let's get the lights on. I'll put these on already, otherwise I'll forget later on. And the QNH was, or is, 1015. So let's set that already. And we'll descend now down to 5,600. And let's read the approach checklist. Altimeters 1015. Approach checklist complete. It looks like the Sauerland, yeah. Well, definitely it's a lot greener than what you're used to in Spain. Oh no, all the best, Yoshi. I wish you all the best for the exam. Right, so FMC speed means we're going to start slow down here. Let's oh, I should be putting that to VNAV actually. Let's help slow down the aircraft. And we've got the speed brakes out. Yeah, thanks, 014. And there we are, 240. Level of shame, yeah. Right, since I'm fasting, I have to drink a lot. Right, and if anybody wants to join, guys, the next group flight, so after this flight, we'll do one more flight today. The group flight is on the European West server, multiplayer, but we're using FlightSim 2020. So anybody that wants to join, please do so. And we're flying from Quito to Sierra Echo Mike Charlie. Short flight, 40 minutes. Interesting approach, apparently. All right, speed brakes back in. Hey Jeremiah, you ready already? I'm almost there. 20 minutes? Yeah, easy. I'll be on time. Yeah, but Flying Fox, that's why I don't celebrate Carnival here in North Germany, so it would look really weird if I went through town with a masquerade and then, you know, everyone else is dressed normal. No worries, MAN. Maybe next time. Really? You got horrible turbulence, short flight? Oh no, short final. Ay, ay, ay. I could go as a pilot. That's a good one. Lol. Adiola. Hey, what? Ganekazé is the headquarters of Carnival? Really? Oh, you guys. Ghost, no worries, good night. Thanks for joining the flight. Maybe, I'm afraid maybe they drove to Cologne or so, Düsseldorf or something. So beautiful here. Look at that.
Vigo
Beautiful.
traffic, fueling 1 Kilo Charlie back track on runway 19 in Vigo.
Okay, appreciate it. Vigo traffic, Europass 711 is on the RMP X-ray. We're currently about 15 miles out in Vigo. So they have a parade in Ganakaze, okay. Interesting. Right, here comes flaps 1. Flaps 1. Right, VNAV out. Now we go down to 2,700 on the path here. Flaps 5. Flaps 5. Hey Snark, how you doing? Right, some speed brakes maybe. A little bit slippery still. We got some 90 knot tailwind, maybe that's why. But we still got enough altitude to lose. Let's go flaps 10. Flaps 10. Oh, you found a link, Adiole. Okay. Lol. You are correct. They're really celebrating that. Yeah, snack. Perfect timing. I agree. Right, VNAV path. Now we are going to fly this in LNAV VNAV path. So what that means is then prior to the final descent point, we're going to dial in the minimum of 1550. And then let the aircraft descend. And then once we're 300 below the missed approach altitude, we're going to pull that up to 5,000 it is for the missed approach. You get 5,000. And then we should be able to follow that nice with the VNAV path. Cologne immigrants. Brennald, I mean, Cologne, you are near Cologne, right? Not in Cologne, but near Cologne. I mean, do you celebrate Carnival, Brennald? I'm going to put the gear down here. Although it's a bit early already. 3 miles to go. Right, there's the airport. So is it offset? Maybe a little. All right, get out. Flaps 15. We want to make sure that we are established in configuration at the descent point, because we need lots of drag. Hang on, I said flaps 15. Yeah, flaps 15. Then go flaps 25. And now I'm going to go speed intervention. And now we'll dial in the minimum 1550 or 1600 initially. There we go. And let's do flaps 40. And VREF plus 5, 142. And then let's read one more checklist.
2500.
Oh, come on. There we go, speed round. Right, so landing checklist. We have engine start switch continuous, speed brake arm green light, and we have the landing gear down 3 green, flaps 40 green light, landing checklist completed. Right, 5,000. Now going into the box here. Missed approach 5,000 is set. Runway track 014. And then let's do auto thrust off. Yeah, good thing we chose flaps 40. Look at that steep approach here. Tracking nicely, laterally, vertically. I would say we have 1 red, 3 white. Yeah, that looks correct. And you fly.
Approaching minimum. Approaching.
It's a bit more trim, but that's good now.
Minimum.
Continue. Right, so still getting some good guidance, so I'll leave the flight directors on for now. Careful sync rate. And we've got to maintain at least 1,000 feet per minute. Oh. On path.
500.
So
400. 300. 200. Terrain.
Disregard.
100.
Right, aim point.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
The brake. Nice. Right, speed brakes up. And reverse are normal. Thank you for the applause. Yeah, I love the way the oops. I love the way the flare works here in the iFly. Really nice. Nice and predictable with the amount of flare that you do. Really great. Right. Let's clean up. Vigo traffic, Europa 71, backtracking runway 1 in Vigo. Yeah, so for me, I mean, system-wise, I think the iFly is pretty much on par with PMDG. What I prefer here in the iFly is the flight model. It just feels less floaty. It feels really nice to hand fly. Yeah, Brenna, wouldn't it be funny if I actually looked that way? Yeah, so lovely landing. As always, very nice. With such an on-off approach. There's just a couple of things you have to do. Oops. Anything else? TCAS maybe? And there's a Wuling A321. Beautiful. So we'll go with Spot 7, shall we? Oh, no. Sorry, no. Ooh, what was that? Gate 7. Europa. Gracias. Caramba. APU is available. Fantastic. And we have a docking system. Nice. Oh, no, we don't. I thought as a docking system. It's just the number plate there. There's our marshaller. There we are. Schedule Airlines. We've arrived on time. I don't know how I do it. Right, that on bus. Engines are spooling down, meaning we can switch off the fuel pumps apart from the forward left main. Then we want to have the seat belts off. Beacons off as well. Window heat off. That remains on. Looking good, looking good. Transponder. And then, actually, normally you would reset that anyways, right? 2000, yeah. Then we want to have the menu system page. We'll open. There we go. And then we'll do deboarding.
The boarding requested.
So how did we do on the landing? How did we do on the landing? So let's have a look here. Minus 201 feet per minute. Not bad. I'll take that. Not bad. So one last checklist. Let me just get rid of the flight directors here. Oh, really? You Krishu, hello. You predicted minus 200. No, there's no replay, unfortunately, here. And isn't it weird how they never managed to get a good replay here in 2020?
Passengers bus is coming.
Let's do the shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps off, probe heat off. Hydraulic panel is set. Flaps are up. Parking brake set. Engine start levels cut off. Weather radar is off. That's the shutdown checklist. Lovely. Guys, thank you so much. So thanks to all the resubs. Thank you so much to my moderators who looked after the very busy chat today. Thanks for all the good questions. Very nice. I've tried that flight recorder client. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't work that well for me, if I'm honest. So, right. If you want to see another flight, we'll be online in about 10 minutes in the Phoenix A319, doing a flight in the beautiful Ecuador tour. The one inch out Ecuador tour. Hope many people join. MAN, thank you so much for watching. Have a good time. See you soon.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Wonderful. And this is actually a nice airport. It's from beautiful models of the world. So you can see a lovely area. Look at that downfall there. The valley. Beautiful. Yeah, lovely area. Really nice. Look at that towards the south. Beautiful. Right, guys. Like I said, see you soon, guys. Thank you so much. Stay safe.